A word from the Word for March 26th. Today's Bible reading, Romans chapter 1. Today's key verse, Romans 1:16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jew first and also to the Greek. Today's word from the Word, God's power, the heart of the gospel.
In today's verse, Paul passionately proclaims that he is not ashamed to share the gospel of Christ, for it has divine power of God to bring salvation. Some believers, like Paul, share the gospel with fearless confidence, while others hesitate, held back by fear or uncertainty. What makes the difference? The boldness to share Christ isn't about personality, it's about perspective. Those who are unashamed have been filled with the Holy Spirit and recognize that the gospel is not about their ability to persuade, but about God's power to save. They understand that rejection from people is temporary, but obedience to Christ has eternal rewards. Yet others remain silent, fearing criticism, rejection, or being labeled as too religious. The believer who hesitates often wrestles with insecurity, feeling unequipped or afraid of saying the wrong thing. They may avoid gospel conversations to keep the peace or blend into the culture around them. But when fear silences our witness, a silent believer often feels like they are living a divided life. One foot in their faith, the other in fear of people's opinions. This can lead to regret, spiritual frustration, and missed opportunities. On the other hand, those who are filled with the Holy Spirit find uncanny strength and courage beyond themselves. They know that the gospel is not merely fancy words or good advice or a religious philosophy. It is God's power at work. The gospel message does something. It transforms hearts, rescues sinners, and brings people from death to life. If fear has kept you silent, take heart. God can transform your hesitation into boldness. Pray for courage, be filled with the Holy Spirit, boldly step out in faith, and trust that He will give you the right words. As you share, you'll discover the joy and freedom that come with standing for Christ. Imagine discovering the cure for a deadly disease. Would you keep it to yourself while others suffer? Or would you rush to share it with those who desperately need it? How much more then should we eagerly share the gospel, the only cure for sin and eternal death? Paul was unashamed because the gospel is not weak, it is God's power to save. No other message can change lives like it. This truth emboldens believers to share God's truth with confidence, knowing that when the gospel is preached, God's power is unleashed. May the Lord strengthen you with holy boldness to proclaim His truth without fear. May He replace any hesitation with confidence, and may you find great joy in standing unashamed for His name.